La 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 la. Ooh, I feel bad. It's not what it would be like just normal sized arms, I guess. They're too big, but they're like also too long. I don't know why I do that in a podcast that is a primarily listened to medium, a form of art, that I'm like, well, I'm going to open the show with gibberish. If what you're going to do is auditorily process this, I'm going to listen to blah, 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 and I'm not going to use real words. So anyways, my name is Tristan Sartoris. This is Full Circus. I'm happy to be here with you guys today. How are we doing? How is life? How is space and time, the continuum, all of it? Are you transcending it with happiness, with joy, with love, and with peace? I don't know. I see a lot of a mix of both. It's really hard to tell, because some people are so ecstatic. Some people are living their life to the fullest. Some people are still in the dumps. Some people are just beginning to come to life a little bit. You know, that seasonal depression, the sun peeks through, hey, you know, and he's gone. You know, he's like, I'm here, but not yet. You know, it's like, you know someone's coming, but they text you, I'm on my way. And you're like, are you really? Because it's been, I have a watch on this wrist. Yet I checked this one. You know, it's like, it's been a few hours. And you're waiting for that sun to show up. Come on, man. Come on. I left the house 4 minutes ago. It's like, it's been 50 days. Where are you? But slowly, okay, that little text, that little glimmer of hope, people are starting to rise. And, you know, hopefully we find just more, you know, don't we just want more? Aren't we just gluttons for joy? Oh, what a peaceful thing that is. It sounds bad, but I think it's great. But anyways, I don't know. I'm trying to find balance, I guess, in my life. And isn't that what life's all about? Trying to find balance, or so they say. I know that is kind of the consensus through 200 plus episodes of this show. I'm like, I just don't know how I'm supposed to be doing this and that. I want to work and goof off. I want to eat healthy and like a pig. And I don't know how to do both at the same time. I'm really good at one thing, man. Like, I can kind of hone in and do stuff. I guess the moral of the story is I can't multitask, which is weird. You know, like, you can do this. Hey, I can do that. But can I juggle 3 water bottles? Actually, probably, yeah, I can juggle. But isn't that weird? I can juggle, but I can't multitask. So I don't know. I guess that is just the point of my life, is just never being able to collect all the infinity stones of maturity and responsibility. But that's okay, man, because I'm good at what I do. I'm good at who I am, and that's enough for me. But I don't know. I keep saying we'll figure it out. Do we ever figure it out? Not necessarily, but that's okay. There was something else I wanted to say a second ago, but I lost it. I have no idea. I can see I'm getting text right now. I always feel bad because when I start the show or where I'm working in voiceover and everything's kind of intertwined, somebody sends me a text, bing, and I quickly hit the do not disturb. So I feel bad, and I wonder what they're saying, because I don't always respond, hey, I'm in the middle of something. I just click on the do not disturb, so they send me a message, hey, how you doing? And then bloop, Tristan's busy. You're like, okay, geez, man, you could have just said, wait a minute. So I need to do better about that. Life's about communication and balance, 2 things I've yet to succeed in. And until we do, this podcast will keep going, because this is just a story, a ramble, a rant about trying to solve the puzzle that is, you know, this freaking thing going around the sun, life, Earth, existence. Anyways, guys, what has been going on with me, dude? I just finished the Cobra Kai series. Now, I'm probably going to spoil some things, maybe not, but probably, I always say that I'm not. I'm just warning you that I naturally do, and I can't help that. But I loved this show, dude. Okay, now here's the thing about Cobra Kai. It is so ridiculous, all right? And people make fun of it. Oh, this is that, we're trained. But I admire a show. Okay, we're going to get kind of artsy here for a second. I admire a show that respects its absurdity. You know, like in the show, they treat karate as like the most ultimate weapon. Oh, God forbid someone learns this other form of karate. The world's doomed. I'm going to take over the planet. I'm going to spread my specific style of fighting across the globe. Then you're doomed. And everyone's panicking. It is the ultimate, like, way of life, okay? People have guns, doesn't matter. Like, oh, you better stay back, man. And they respect it and they honor it. And no point do they go, well, how ridiculous is this? Like, our whole lives revolve around the crane kick. You know, they don't. And I think it's nice to have something just be genuine in what it is. where you don't have to take the piss out of yourself and go, yeah, it's silly and this. Like, they just go, no, we're weird. We're going to be weird. And I admire it so. I think it's so cool to just, if you're going to be bizarre and be there. And you don't have to go, yeah, we're kind of like making fun of yourself before someone else can. And it was so good. And I think because of that, those moments hit so much. Like, dude, I was getting teary-eyed.
Why am I crying at Cobra Kai?
At the end of Cobra Kai, because how real they treat these moments. So there's this scene at the end, okay, quick little spoiler, where he is kind of confronting him about how that moment when he lost the karate tournament was the ultimate bane of his existence, and it ruined his life, and that was the downward trajectory. And yeah, it sounds silly on the surface, but in the moment when you treat it with such like honest intentions to go, yeah, this is their life. This crazy world is their real. It made those moments still connect. And I found myself teary-eyed at Cobra Kai, dude. I feel like, am I watching a karate match right now? And I'm weeping. Oh, like I wasn't weeping, okay, because I'm still the freaking man. But I did it. I was like, dang, this is like, connected in my soul. So it was really beautiful, man. And I highly recommend watching. I mean, yeah, it's cool. It's great. It's grand. It's cool to watch the actors get the comeback after, 1983 or whatever, whenever the original Karate Kids came back. You can see them kind of bring these new roles. Like, there's a lot of different elements that make the show fun and interesting. But I really love honoring and respecting the absurdity of whatever you are. And I think that's really cool. Speaking of absurd, dude, I don't know why, I don't know what happened, but I've been recently getting back into WWE since, I stopped watching when I was like 11 or something. I think in every young boy's life, there's a little period where you start watching wrestling and you go, this is real, this is crazy. And then you figure out that it's not, and then you leave it. And now there's this weird like resurgence where, one, I see just like these all old wrestlers kind of come back and you're like, whoa, it's like I see the 11-year-old me go, they're back. And you see the crowd just erupt, and there's so much passion where before you watched it because you thought it was real, but now you come back to it and you're like, this is like really, like looking at it from an adult's mind, like this is really impressive. Like, this is on the fly combat improv. Like, yeah, they're not actually hitting each other, and yeah, we know who's going to win, but the quickness in the move where you got to whisper in your ear, like, hey, dude, I'm about to bounce off these ropes and do a double backflip, catch me or I die. And there's so much trust in like, they're so athletic, and yeah, they get beat up bad. Like, it's really, really cool. And you respect the theatrics, and you respect just the impressiveness that, like, that's a hard thing to do, man. And I would love to try that and just to really gain a newfound respect of how cool it is. But anyways, yeah, the past couple weeks I've been turning it on, and it was so much fun because I put it on as a joke for a second. We had the family over, and I put on the WWE Elimination Chamber, and I'm just put on like, yeah, this freaking, look at that. I've been watching the WWE the past couple weeks. And then all of a sudden everyone kind of like, sits up a little bit, and we kind of put the phone down. We were all like watching, like, oh shoot, is CM Punk gonna beat John Cena? 1, 2, 3, and we're like, yeah, like I'm getting into it, and it's just cool to, there's something fun about it. And I also like the fact that they kind of just indulge in the silliness. Man, I love my family. So great, so cool. So it was a good night. I watched WWE, and then immediately there was a big boxing match where I watched real fighting, and I don't know which one was better, I'll be honest with you. But we love combat, especially when there's tables, ladders, and chairs. Dude, I don't know. Every hair on my head looks like it's trying to run away from the other. Like no one wants to get out. There's no sort of path. There's no consistency to it. And I've tried, okay? I've eaten all the combs. I've broken all the scissors. There's no way to fix it. And I really did. I really did give it my best shot. I put 3 different products in it. Can you imagine that? I put some sort of texturing. I'll leave in conditioner and then some pomade. And I'm like, come on, man, just stick together. And like, but it's cool, man. All right, it's wild, and my hair is honoring its absurdity, and that's the message of today. Okay, is that if Cobra Kai can do it, we should do that in our own lives. Don't try and force someone else's narrative and someone else's story into yours. Okay, be WWE. Wow, look at that! It all wrapped together. WWE honors its absurdity with the theatrics and coming out in the crazy costumes and the pyrotechnics. Like, this is life. This is real life. And they just honor. It's craziness. Wow. Look at that, man. Sometimes we're just accidentally on point and everything flows together except my hair. Ba-dum, psh. So anyways, dude, what else happened this weekend? We had a birthday party, a themed birthday party for my grandmother, and she was born in 1945, so it was a 1945 themed birthday, which means she is 38. Love you, Grandma. But there was this cool board of all these things and all these cool memories and what was new and what was popular and what was the cost of all these things in 1945, and it really made me think about just how little we've come. They talk about the Back to the Future. Where are these hoverboards? Where are the flying cars? Where's this? Where's that? And you really haven't come that far if you think about it. We got an iPhone, and even then, once the first iPhone kind of hit, we got a couple new apps. Yeah, there was a touchscreen. What? We really haven't made a lot of progress. Yeah, it's cool, it's fun, but is it groundbreaking? I don't know. And it led me to another thought, and so much so that I couldn't even fall asleep last night because I couldn't stop thinking about it. You know how we haven't made it that far in life is because we're still comparing things to sliced bread. Anytime something new and potentially great comes, this might be the next best thing since sliced bread. And you're like, whoa, wait, sliced bread? That was the last big, whoa, I can't believe we got it. First the bread was there, now it's sliced. We have nothing. Nobody goes, well, since cars, or we've got airplane, we've got air travel, we've got so many things in life. We've got rockets, we went to the moon, but we're still going, this might be the best thing since sliced bread. And it just made me so happy, but also a little disappointed in life. And also, how revolutionary was sliced bread to begin with that we're still bringing it up, why wasn't it coming that way already? How long were people just chomping on loaf, just taking bites straight out the butt, But, like the butt of the bread. Just at no point, it was we should probably cut this before we sell it. So it made me really happy to think about. But again, we need to go further in life. At some point, we need to go, this has been the best thing since that thing happened in 2020, whatever. This is the greatest thing we've done since this. But no. Okay, you come up with anything today. If you change the world today, we will go, this might be the best thing since sliced bread. Because we love our bread, man. And everybody loves carbs. But we haven't come far since sliced bread, man. We need to take it further in life, all right? Something has to surpass sliced bread. And until then, we're nothing. But we love the loaf. Anyways, is there anything else I want to talk about this weekend? The family came around. We helped on some stuff. That was really cool. Just all around grateful. It's been nice. My brother and his wife have been here, and it's just cool to, I don't know, man. I love family. Sue me, okay? I think it's the greatest gift of all. I just said I was trying to find the meaning of existence. I think it's that. Love your family. Love your peers. Love the people. And then watch WWE together. What did I write here? I wrote something about country music. Oh, I was thinking about this in that I kind of brought it up at the beginning. I was talking about seasonal depression. I was wondering, do they have seasonal depression down south where it is sunnier more often? We have a lot of sad songs, but they're never country music songs. There is no sad, the skies are gray, I can't go outside, my horses are wet, these are my people, this is where I come from. We're just kind of amped. Country music is just warm and shiny and bright, and nobody ever has seasonal depression. Now, granted, they are drunk most of the time, but they have trucks, girls, and beer. So they seem to be pretty thrilled. So I was just curious if there is I would like to take the consensus of people from the South. I lived down South for a little bit when I was younger. It was before I could recognize the power of a gray day. But I don't really mix with the seasonal depression crowd. I kind of admire all forms of weather because I honor, I'm trying to force it now. I don't know. I was just kind of thinking, I was like, man, we don't really have any sad country music. I think down song of the South, sweet potato pie and I shut my mouth. There's no seasonal depression down South, okay? It's just all sunny and shining and great and beautiful and hay and stuff like that. I'm an international harvester. She thinks my tractor's sexy. Everybody loves the South. That's not true. But everybody's kind of happy in the South. That's not true. But you know what? They're sad for different reasons. I guess what I'm saying is that there's balance. But if we have any people from the South, I would like to hear what's the balance there. How you doing? How you doing down south? Is there any sort of seasonal woes? Do you go, I guess typhoon, we got a twister, there's different things, I guess. Ohio's different, we really don't, I've talked about this many times before, but we don't really have any natural disasters except sadness. I guess bored, maybe that's the worst of our problems. We go, we can't go outside, there's nothing to do. And if that's your worst issue is that there's nothing to do, I'd say you've got it pretty good. I don't know, man, I've been trying to, get healthy. I've been trying to really get right recently, and it's been tough, dude. Especially when family comes around. I don't know why. I try to eat well unless there's a birthday party, unless there's something going around. I'm like, well, let's just partake in the excitement, in the sandwiches, in the BLTs, in the ice cream, and so on. And do I even want it? Yes. But could I avoid it? No. But I just want to be a part of it. No one likes the guy who's like, we got cake. You're like, well, I brought carrots. And you're like, get out of here. So I want to eat the cake. And I want to eat a lot of cake. And especially, I don't know if it's every party, I guess. I really only go to my family's parties. But I don't know how often they go, well, we've got so much extra food here. Somebody take it. And even just at my grandmother's birthday, there was like a whole extra cake. There was 30,000 more sandwiches, and they go, take it, go. And I don't know if it's just because they know that I'm going to be there and they can just offload their extra carbs on me. But I can't help it. And I go hard in the paint, okay, because I care. And I don't know, man, but I'm trying to be healthier. I'm reading all these health articles, and they say you got to do this, you got to do that. You can't have too much bread. You got to have too little bread. You have too many eggs. You have too little eggs. Is water good? We don't know. It's kind of weird though how everything does change. With a health article, like yearly, we go, well, new study, and you go, well, actually, and it's just a never-ending cycle of actually. We kept stuck. At one point, we're going to stop studying eggs and be like, actually, you know what? I think the cholesterol, middle ground. Some eggs are good. Too many eggs? Probably not. No eggs? Not as good. Have some eggs. Have some of this. But we keep studying the same things over and over again. And until we don't, sliced bread is going to be our future. And I can't wait to see what we do with bread next. But yeah, I've been reading these articles and trying to figure out how I can really, just get better. I want to get better every day. Every day I want to be better. I did see, this is more to the point of still writing information in articles about things we already know. I saw a big headline. There's this article about how drinking might be related to disease and heart failure, and like drinking's not good for you. And now I don't drink anyway, but duh, like I'm not going to do it, but I know that people who do aren't going like, what? I didn't know. You know when you go into these things the same way, like when I'm unwrapping a Twinkie, I don't go, well, who's to say? I haven't seen an article, like some things you just know about it. Some things are not eggs, where we need years and years of research to figure out whether or not it's okay to have. Drinking and Twinkies, I will say, are probably in the top of the list of things that aren't that good for you. But yeah, it was just really interesting to write there. Huh? Stop! Get out of town! I can't believe I just wasted my whole life getting drunk and plastered all night, but I didn't. Maybe if you would have wrote this article, I would have known something. It's like the people who sue McDonald's. I can't believe. Now I thought you were healthy. Thought you would do this. Hey, no. I don't know. But anyways, I guess drinking, guys. So if you didn't know, apparently drinking, okay, heavy doses of alcohol might actually be detrimental to your health. And no one cares, all right? If you drink, you're like, I'm going to drink. I know the danger of a Twinkie, and I've had 3 of them. I really got to get my health together. So anyways, that's what's been going on with me, man. I want to be, strong and healthy and yeah. Dude, I just realized that next week is the 4-year anniversary of this podcast. So I got to go out there and buy some balloons. I love to do the decorating, but there is some aspect where every time I get it all, I either get too much Or I've never gotten too little. I always only get too much, and I don't know what to do with it. And there's we have a lot of space here. But it's just like, how many balloons do you really need? How many balloons do you have? All of them. And everybody thinks I'm having a birthday, or I've got some kid who's 4 years old. I'm like, yeah, he's really doing good. He's saying where he's spelling now. So it's a nice little moment for me to lie to the world, but it does get a bit overwhelming. So at some point we need to hire an interior decorator, because come back here in a week's time, man, there is going to be some crap around. Like when I have kids, man, if I'm going to decorate for a birthday party, I'm going to go all out, or I won't. And then they'll watch the podcast like, Dad, do you see how many balloons you bought for that podcast you do? The show that, that was just something you did for fun. And you really put a lot of effort into it for Christmas, for Halloween, for Easter. Like how come I didn't get a cake? I go, we're trying to eat better. I would hate it, dude. I would hate it for my child, that if I really got together health-wise right when they came along, I can't wait to get a fruit snack, Dad. I'm so excited. I'm like, we don't do that anymore. Bottled water only. You can freeze it if you want. A little popsicle. I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to stay unhealthy for my future family so they can have fun. It's a cop-out, dude. I love Twinkies. So anyways, guys, what else is going on? Not much. The Oscars were on. I used to watch the Oscars a lot. I don't anymore. It's so long, and there's just so many pieces. I know a lot of people enjoy it because you go, hey, the Oscars is kind of like the WWE, where you can kind of get out of it and you can get back into it, but you got to learn all these new faces, and you got to be like, okay, well, who is this, and what do they do, and why are they feuding, and why do these people have this, and what's the interest here? I watch all the clips, and I might watch all the clips of WrestleMania or something like that, but it's kind of like if you were to watch the Oscars without seeing the films, without recognizing, like, well, who do I want to win? Why do I need them? And what is this chair? Where are these thumbtacks doing? And why did they just put Adrian Brody through a table? That would be awesome. The Oscars, but wrestling? Oh, we tune in. But yeah, I tried to watch a little bit. I was like, I don't know. I'm not up to date. And that doesn't mean that's nothing against it. I just haven't seen the things. I've been watching Cobra Kai so much that I can't really be like, well, this was a very interesting and very serendipitous story, the way they found their truth. I was like, did you see the freaking, So anyways, it apparently was real good, and people loved it. I did see the Adam Sandler clip was awesome. Man, we love Adam Sandler. He's so freaking good. There's some people who don't watch Adam Sandler at all, and that's another version of just being fascinated by the tangled lives that we weave, and webs, I guess is what the phrase is. But there's certain things, things that you think are a staple in your life. You're like, well, everybody watches wrestling at some point, and you go, no, we don't. And you go, oh, everybody watches Adam Sandler, everybody watches Cobra Kai, everybody wets the bed every now and then. You go, I've said too much. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been just about all that we have. I'm looking through the notes to see if there's anything back together. I don't really know. No, I think we've covered all our bases. I think we've said all the things. I think we've said our piece. What does it mean to say your piece? I don't really know. I think I've said my piece. I've said my piece. Peace out. I don't know if I've ever said my piece. I always technically have more to say, but when I end a conversation, it's more about me realizing that I should probably stop. Like, have you said your piece yet? Like, I don't know. I don't think I've really reached a peaceful conclusion on the words that I would like to use here today. I think I have plenty of sentences left in me, but for your sake, I guess I've said your piece, like I've never actually reached my peaceful conclusion. Like, there we go. Like there's just always more to say. And that's what I've always said, man. I've always been about that life. Okay. There's so many words, and how could you possibly go to bed at night without saying them all? So until then, we will continue to just try to honor other people's time and what's convenient for them, because I'm doing it right now. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Full Circus. I will see you next week for a very extravagant extravaganza that will be extreme in an extra gallivanting way. Kind of worked. Anyway, guys, I'll see you. I love you.